everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a Project Pan update for the month of June, while I also apply the products on my face. So I'm just going to jump straight into it. First with face primer. I'm still using my Nude by Nature face primer, and to be honest, a lot of the time I forget to use it, so that might be part of the problem. So if you watched my last update, I depotted it into this little cute jam jar, so we're just gonna apply that now. I would say there's probably another like 4 more uses. Trust me, this thing goes a long way. It's really moisturizing. Probably not something I would repurchase, only because I don't really see much of a difference with primer unless it's like a pore filling one. Overall though, I do really like the scent of this. It's very natural, and Nude by Nature seem to be a nice natural brand. I think they're Australian, correct me if I'm wrong. While I let that set on my face, I'll just share with you guys 2 other primers that I've been introducing. So the first one is this Benefit Porefessional primer. I forgot I actually had this, and this is 22 mils. I think it's the full size. I really like this primer. I know a lot of people don't for some reason, but I enjoy it. I should use it since I enjoy it. Another primer I have is the Becca First Light Priming Filter. The reason I'm using this is because Becca's shutting down. There's no point of me holding on to it. I did test this and it's really liquidy in consistency, so I don't understand primers half the time, but I do have dry skin. It smells nice. It's just something I don't want to enjoy because I won't be able to repurchase. They're the other 2 primers I've popped in, and for someone who doesn't really see the difference with primer, I do own a lot, so it's something I do have to work through. Now I'm going to go on to concealer. I still have these 2. I've got the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 10 Light, and then I have the very messy Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair. The reason this is messy is I took the stopper out and it's starting to get really thick in consistency. I'm not sure if you guys will see, but it's feels like almost clay-like. This shade's also way too light. I think 1 shade up would have been perfect. So what I do, I mix it in with this one, which is actually too dark. And I just kind of like Picasso it. My sponge, I'm still using my beauty blender. This needs a wash. My brushes definitely need a wash. Also, honorable mention, I know I look silly right now, I bought these spatulas off eBay. They have been handy in getting out that last scoop of product. But as for this concealer, I don't think I want to scoop it out because it's changing in consistency since I took the stopper out, probably because it's got more oxygen drying it up, I guess. It's also very messy and leaking everywhere. I've been using, this is like almost empty, the OXX Cosmetics makeup setting spray to wet my sponge. This is actually a nice spray. I enjoy the scent. It's very basic. It says cucumber. So to be honest, a lot of days I haven't been wearing foundation. I just wear concealer, eyeshadow because I have too much eyeshadow. I've barely been wearing anything on my brows, maybe just some gel and powder. Yeah, no, I've just been more light on my makeup, and I found that I actually get more compliments when I go a bit easier on my makeup. I do have like random spots. But for the sake of the video, I will go in with my foundation. Also chucked in this concealer, which is the Master Camo Concealer in the green shade. I might just use this today because around my nose, oh that's a lot, I get a lot of redness. I also have a pimple here that has not gone away. I've got just a few, I've got some redness, yeah. I got this I think as part of a pack and it's actually not bad. It does work. It's just like one of those extra step sort of things. Okay, so for foundation I have the Ordinary one. I can make a new marking but my pen's not here. It's gone a little bit down. My camera sucks at focusing. It's gone a tiny bit down. The reason for this, it's very pigmented, but they do have 2 versions of this. This is the coverage one. They have a serum version. So I actually really love this. It's so cheap. I think it's $13. Definitely in the future, in the far future, I would consider picking up the serum version. As you know, I have a big collection and I can't afford to constantly buy a lot of things. But I still do. It's a toxic trait. Also, I was filming yesterday and I was complaining that my house is too loud, and today I hit the jackpot. No one's home except for my brother. So, yay! Watch someone come home right now though, now that I've mentioned it. But yeah, and this is in the shade 1. Very fair. I did have a darker shade in my project pan, but I took that out because obvious reasons, too dark. Yeah, I'm getting there, slowly using it up. The reason it's taking so long is because it's so high coverage, so I don't really need to use much. Also, this has SPF 15, which I had no idea about. Another foundation I kind of just threw in is this OXX stick foundation. I actually quite like this. I did not expect it. I think it was like $3. Okay, powder. If you follow my Instagram, I go through powders really quick. I finished the NYX translucent powder, then I finished my Australis Fresh and Flawless, which is my all-time fave, and now I'm using the Essence All About Matte, and I've been seeing this all over Instagram. I've been using this. This is like the second one I've ever used, and I love it. I love a good translucent powder because it doesn't add any coverage and it just sets everything. I do have dry skin, but I do use a lot of powder because I want everything to set and I don't want anything to crease because I've got a very expressive face. But to bring the dew back, I just use a setting spray. That's what I do. Hopefully this video is interesting. I personally like seeing how people apply their makeup. You know, everyone's different. Next, I'm going to go into eyes. So I have an update. With my Too Faced chocolate bar, I did say that I want to start using this a bit more because it's one of the oldest ones in my collection. And I actually did a 2 weeks one palette, and I put the before and after pics on my Instagram, which I'll link below. It's Amanda the Panner. So if you see the shades Creme Brulee and Hot Chocolate, I've made some significant dips. I also use salted caramel a lot. White chocolate I've been using a few times, but this one I also have a big dip, and that's champagne truffle. So I've actually been liking them. There are a few dud shades, like I think this olive one, these ones, and these ones are very chalky, very powdery, and they don't apply without a eye primer. So not good, but you can still make them work. Yeah, so I did see significant progress. I had a tally over here to keep track of how many times I used it, and with champagne truffle I only used it 5 times since then and it got a significant dip. What I normally do, I use salted caramel and marzipan, and that's it. I've been enjoying that. Also, just a weird side note, I noticed that I accidentally breathed in the eyeshadow powder. Don't ask me how. And it's sweet. I'm not joking. I'll do it on camera. It's sweet. And I get it because it's like a chocolate bar, but I never expected that in a million years. Now you guys know, don't eat your makeup, but yeah. Surely it's food safe, right? Where's my fluffy brush? The reason I don't hit pans with eyeshadow ever is because I have really fluffy brushes that I use. I don't really go for like a... This is like a bit too much for today because I'm going to work, but I just like a more airbrushed look. So I normally just use salted caramel and then marzipan, and then that's it. I feel like less is more with eyeshadow for me. I definitely need to play up with my eyeshadows because I wear nothing but neutrals and I have all the colours in the rainbow, so I definitely need to be a bit more creative, and I say that all the time and I promise I will be. Also, I hope you guys like when you set up. It looks really nice on camera because that's so distant, it's like blurred. Looks profesh. Wow, I'm like as white as a ghost. And then I just use my finger for marzipan. When you use your finger for products, you can get this thing called hard pan. I never knew what it was called, but it's when your eyeshadow just kind of, like in the palette, kind of just locks into place, and that's because the oils and the sweats from your finger have, you know, kind of locked it. It's sort of like a setting spray. The way to get rid of that, you can either just get sticky tape and stick it on and that layer will come off, or you can get the end of a spoolie brush like this one and scrape it and it works wonders. There were so many eyeshadows in this palette that I thought didn't work. After I did that trick, they worked fine, but some of them were still a bit ashy. I'm gonna highlight my brow bone. Use champagne truffle, which is very pretty. So I feel like with the Too Faced palettes, the shimmers are really good, but a lot of the mattes are a bit duddy. Duddy? Duddy. Also, honorable mention to Strawberry Bonbon. I've been loving that one. But there's not any other color that kind of goes with that in this palette. Honorable mention with eyeshadows, I tried out the Pat McGrath Eye Ecstasy Sublime palette. This one's actually a green, and I had to change up my look because I thought it was a gold, and I used this gold yesterday. These, yeah, they're Pat McGrath quality, just in cheap packaging, which I got on sale, so definitely worth it. I don't care about the packaging. Also, with my Australis palette, I just thought I'd update you guys. I got rid of my Crush Cosmetics palette. It was this big palette, and I kept 10 shades, which I've depotted, and let me just find the other one. So now this palette, my Z palette, is full. I kept all of the orangey shades, and yeah, I haven't really hit pan on anything, and that's from my Australis contour palette, which I decluttered. Yeah, not too much progress on that one, but with the Australis palette, I haven't used this Total Intensity eyeshadow that much, but there is a significant dip. That's my Hoola bronzer, which I've depotted. This I actually hit pan on again. It's my Australis banana powder. That had a pan ages ago, but I repressed it. And this is my Colourpop Super Shock, which the pan comes and goes because it's a weird formula. So that's that on that. I also thought I'd show you guys, this was the Ciate Pretty Fun and Fearless palette, which I depotted into here with my Makeup Forever. I haven't really reached for this too much, but it looks well used. I think I will slowly phase this one out, but I do use this for work, so I'm just gonna have a suss in my collection, and next month I'll get back to you guys with what I've been using, because I don't really want to be too strict. I definitely did like the 2 weeks one palette, so maybe I'll do something like that. Brows. I'm gonna use my Essence Lash and Brow. This is on its last legs. I took the stopper out as well. I don't think it's worth it. Oh, that's really dry. I don't think it's worth it for me to get the spatula and scrape it out. I did try, but it's just the formula's changing, so I think a few more uses and then I'll swap this out for something new. For the moment, I'm just going to hydrate my lips because they're very dry. I'm going to use the Pat McGrath Sheer Colour Lip Balm and Blow Up. This I had in my declutter video. It might not be out yet, but it's completely destroyed. I've barely used it. Very nice colour. Don't like the formula. $54 full price. And it's just... she's being difficult. Might depot that into like a little jar or something because she's being difficult. So I've done powder, bronzer. I'm still using my NYC. I still have not hit pan, but there is a dip. I've been using this girl since November last year, and she does not want to go. I do enjoy this bronzer. It is a bit pigmented, but I've just kind of gotten used to using it. I just use this like fluffy brush. I hope to hit pan soon because I use... no way! Did I just like manifest that? Can you guys see that? Oh my god, it's tiny right there. Wait, I can like... oh my god, I just hit pan. Thank you! Live pan on camera. Oh my god. Hallelujah. I've been using this since November and I finally hit pan. That's like almost 8 months. That being said, I have another pan update. This happened 2 days ago. I finally hit pan in my Nars Orgasm blush. I've also been using that since November. So finally all the stars are aligning and everything feels like it's worth it. I feel like I've been doing this project pan for so long and I got rid of my powder products, but I just really wanted to hit pan in something else, and I wasn't gonna give up, but I just like, it was driving me crazy that everyone I see on Instagram is hitting pan and I just felt left out. So I'm so happy. Look. Once, and if you guys don't know, once you hit pan, it makes it so much easier to finish up the product because then the pan gets bigger and bigger. It's so exciting. I'm gonna share that on Instagram as soon as I finish filming this. Just goes to show how long bronzers and blushes take. As for this highlight, I don't really reach for it because it is a bit dark, but today I might reach for it. And I've been loving this AOA Studio F19 highlight brush. I've been looking for a highlight brush everywhere. I'd never really owned one, and that one's been great. So this, I think, has a hard pan because as hard as I try and use it, it just doesn't seem to come off. So I might do the sticky tape trick on that. So that's my pre-highlight. And then for main highlight, of course, I'm going to use my Super Shock. And what color is that highlighter? Stole the show. I know it off by heart. I'm so happy, guys. I'm like about to go to work. I'm just gonna be smiling. Alright. Oh god, I'm so lame. So for blush as well, I phased in this NYX Baked one. This barely has any pigment. I can literally pop this on top. It's like a blush topper. Yeah, it's cute. And that's what that one looks like for progress. So she's domed, but she's coming down. I'm gonna finish my brows. I'm all over the place now. This I've had a pan in for like ages, but I just use that color to just like fill in the bold spots of my brows. I've just come to terms, like, my brows are really nice and then bushy. I can't be bothered like just having a whole routine with my brows. So that's what I use for brows. It's a Face of Australia HD brows. Sometimes I use the OXX Studio in medium, just a whatever pencil. I think I prefer my e.l.f. one, but good cheap option. I'm going to use my setting spray. So it's the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. I don't know how far I am with this one. She feels like she's like halfway. And it's a very fine mist, so I feel like I have to spray a lot of it. So I could almost be done with this next month. I also felt like updating you guys. I haven't been wearing much makeup because I had like severe eye allergies. I had to full on get them checked. I have eye drops right here in front of me. My eyes feel much better now, but I did have to stop with the powders because it did like give me a reaction. Just thought I'd mention what else is in front of me. I have the Too Faced bronzer in Sun Bunny, but I'll be using my NYC anyway because I hit pan. I've got the e.l.f. eyeliner pencil, which I use sometimes. I measure the lid for progress. Whatever, I'm all over the place. So I got rid of my MAC paint pot for eye primer, and I don't really use eye primer, but I do have this L'Oreal Infallible Pomade concealer that I was trying out. I also have this Tasha Denona Crystal Top Coat in the shade Bronze, which I use from time to time. There's like a significant dip, so I told you, someone's home. I swear I'm like psychic. For mascara, I got rid of my IT Cosmetics mascara because it was caking up, it was flaking off, and it was making my eyes itchy. So I'm phasing in my OXX Cosmetics mascara. It's whatever. It doesn't do too much other than darken my lashes. My brother's home, he could get the door. Okay, like, it looks nice. I think I'm gonna use this for probably like 2 months and then get rid of it, just because I have so many mascaras and like it's not something too special and it was cheap, so I don't feel bad for letting it go. I'm not gonna use it until it's on its last legs. I'm just gonna use it for 2 months. That's my plan. For lips, I do have quite a few products. I have the Luxe Lip Oil by Colourpop, which I've been smashing through. This has been a very nice product, very hydrating. It's got some colour, some glitter to it, and it looks really nice. I have the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in Stockholm. This is getting a bit dry, but this is my favourite colour, and I repurchased one in a different colour, which I regret. I have the Revlon lipstick in Blush, which I've been loving lately. So there's actually not much. I've used it quite a bit. A new product I've brought in is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit. I thought I was gonna hate this, and I just put it on top. It is a little bit pigmented, but I just sheer it out and it's really pretty. I've got more lip products. I'm just trying to, you know, circle through them. Otherwise, I get really bored. I still have my Shiseido lip one, and it's actually becoming a bit janky, but I'm getting through it. So I've marked, you probably can't see, I've marked a line there and I'm getting through it. This is actually really pretty. And I have this one I got from my Bella Box, Violet Mousse, the shade Violet Mousse. That's really pretty as well. So I just kind of chuck things in here or there. I have 2 liquid eyeliners. I've got the Wonder Ink Rimmel and my Kat Von D liner. I don't really use liquid eyeliner that much anymore. My lip pencil, I've love this thing. It's getting shorter and shorter each day. And I have this random Extreme Plump lip gloss, which doesn't really work to plump anymore, by Soap and Glory. They just have like a whole array of lip colors, and they're all like similar shades, so you can tell what I like. This I might phase out soon, or like get rid of soon. It's the Color Tattoo Maybelline in Gilded Rose. This is really pretty, but she's drying up. I might just be extra and apply her in my inner corner. I love this one, but she's drying up a little bit. And then lastly, I have the Crop Concealer. Haven't used her much. I used to use it to outline my brows. To be honest, I forgot about this one. Let's go through my notes and see if I missed anything. I don't use this. Oops. It's the MAC Pomade. This kills me every time. In Neanderthal. Yeah, I haven't been using her. Maybe I should use her like once or twice, maybe. We'll see how we go. And then I also have this Savvy Brow Highlighter. Haven't been using her much. I use her as a nose contour. This has got like this dark shade, so if I want to be extra, I do the nose contouring or a shade below my lip to make it look like I've got a pouch, which I don't. I think that's it. Just an honorable mention, I've been using this. I bought it for $5. It's a Makeup Obsession bronzer palette for the gods. I thought I was gonna hate this. I love it. I've been using that shade. I've used her twice and I just love it so much. It's the perfect formula. It's not too pigmented at all, so you can really build it up, which is something you want with a bronzer. Whereas this one is a bit pigmented, but I've learned how to use it. So overall, I feel like this month has been pretty successful. I haven't gotten rid of I'm like an old person, like with my newspaper. No, I haven't really gotten rid of much, but I do see myself making progress next month because I've already hit pan in 2 products. So pat on the back for that. Again, Project Pan is a marathon, not a race. It's very easy to get discouraged because it does take a long time to use these products up, especially if you don't wear makeup that often, which is true for me. So overall, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'm pretty proud of myself, but I feel like I still have a long way to go. But yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in next month's video. Also, I will be posting an update with my no-buy. Spoiler alert, it failed. I did hang in there for like the majority of the month, and then afterwards I kind of caved and I made some orders. I'm not proud of myself, but yeah, just be transparent. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!